This is a video on how to complete unit conversions using the metric system. Now, before we get started, there are three main types that we're going to go over: grams, meters, and liters. Grams calculate in mass and weight. Meters is length and width. Liters is volume. All right. Other things we need to know is that 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. 100 grams is equal to hectogram, 1 hectogram. 10 grams is equal to 1 decagram. 1 gram is equal to 10 decigrams. 1 gram is equal to 100 centigrams. 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. So anything up here is bigger than 1 gram, and everything down here is smaller than 1 gram. So let's get started. All right, 55 kilograms to blank grams. So we're going to start with what we know. We know we have 55 kilograms. And when you have a whole number, you can make it a fraction simply by putting a 1 below it. You're going to multiply, and we want to get rid of this kilograms and find grams. So we're going to put grams here and kilograms down here. Now if we look back on our little sheet here, 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So we're going to put that in. We have kilograms down here. So we have 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So now it's just 55 times 1,000, which is equal to 55,000 grams, because we canceled out kilograms. Let's do this next one. 24 milligrams to blank grams. Let's look back at our thing here. Milligrams is all the way down here. 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. Let's start with writing what we know. We know we have 24 grams, and we can make that a fraction easily by putting a 1 below it. We go back. We want to get milligrams. So we want to cancel out grams and put milligrams up here. So we have 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. With that, we're just going to multiply. And that'll be in milligrams. 24,000 milligrams. Let's do this last one. 16 centigrams to something grams. That's going to be, let's write what we know, 16 centigrams. And we can put it over 1 because that's how whole numbers to fractions work. We want to get rid of centigrams, so we're going to put centigrams down here and grams here. Let's look at our unit conversion over here. So centigrams, 100 centigrams in 1 gram. So let's plug that in. 100 to 1. That's going to be 0.16 grams, because these cancel out. Let's look at a different type using meters. Okay, so we have 20 meters, and we're trying to get to centimeters. So let's start with what we know. We have 20 meters over 1. We're going to multiply that. Well, we want to get to centimeters. but we need to use meters down here to cancel it out. So centimeters and meters. We can look at what we did over here because we can switch out grams for meters or liters, but this is all the same. And we're looking for centimeters, which that's going to be down here. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So we have 100 centimeters there and 1 meter there. Now we just multiply. And we get 2,000 centimeters. Let's look at this next one. 45 meters, 2 kilometers. Let's write what we know. 45 meters. We can make that a fraction. Multiply it. We want to get to kilometers or kilometers. We're going to put meters down here so that those units cancel out. And put kilometers up here. Well, let's look back at our sheet over here. 1 kilogram or kilometer is equal to 1,000 grams. So let's move that over here. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. And then we divide. It'll be 0.045 kilometers. And this makes sense because kilometers are bigger than meters. Let's do another one. All right. 70 meters to blank millimeters. Let's start with what we know. We know we have 7 meters. Make that a fraction. We're going to multiply that. We're going to put meters down here so those cancel out. Millimeters up here. Let's look at what we have. So we have meters and millimeters. So 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. So 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. Then we just multiply. Cancel those out. $70,000 millimeters. Now let's bump it up a notch. Let's try this one. All right. 42 decaliters, 2 millimeters. Okay, so what we know so far is that, well, let's start with what we know. We know that we have 42 decaliters. We'll make that a fraction. Now, we're going to have to cancel this out. So we'll put that there. And we're going to put liters up here. Let's look at this. All right. So we have decagrams, or decaliters. 1 is equal to 10 liters. So let's plug that in. 1 and 10. Okay. But guess what? This problem is looking for milliliters. When we cancel this out, we're left with liters. But that's not what we're looking for, so we're going to have to do another step. So we're going to multiply again. We want to cancel this liters out, but we want to get left with milliliters. So let's put milliliters up here and liters down here. So let's look at our conversion, see which one it is. Well, it's down here. Here's milliliters and here's meters or grams. So 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. Now we're going to write that. 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. Now we can cancel out our liters, and all we're left with is milliliters, and that's what we want. So it's going to be milliliters. Now we actually do the multiplication. There's an easy way to do the multiplication, at least for the zeros. Right now we have 42 and our period is there. Our decimal is there. We just go the number of zeros. And when we're multiplying, this number needs to be bigger. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where our decimal is going to be. So it's going to be 420,000 milliliters. When you divide by a number, let's say we'll do by 100, this decimal point is going to go here and here. It's going to move twice because there are 2 zeros.